Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel English Literary. In today's video, I shall throw light on university wits and their contribution to English literature, especially English drama. First of all, I will introduce you with all the seven dramatists of this group university wits and then will make you aware with their works. It is my fifth video on history of English literature and I have made this video to help the students of fifth semester of University of Lucknow and those who are preparing for competitive exams like UGC's NET or JRF. It will also prove helpful to them too. Well, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then do subscribe to it so that you never miss an update. Let me begin. University Wits. A galaxy of writers who were men of high academic learning were given a name, University Wits, by noted author and journalist George Sainsbury in 19th century. The term was applied to these seven dramatists by George Sainsbury not in the time of their lives but in the 19th century. They were playwrights as well as actors. The group consists of Christopher Marlowe, John Lilly, George Peele, Robert Greene, Thomas Nash, Thomas Kidd and Thomas Lodge, etc. Three of them, Christopher Marlowe, Robert Greene and Thomas Nash, were Cambridge scholars, whereas John Lilly, George Peele and Thomas Lodge were Oxford graduates. Thomas Kidd was not a university student. All university wits revolved around a star whose name was Christopher Marlowe. The university wits made Elizabethan drama more popular with humanistic and nationalistic appeal. They turned drama a potent and enthusiastic genre. They wrote tragedies, comedies, farces, chronicle plays, and melodramas, etc. They added action, sensation, thrill, humor, and melody to drama. They were influenced with classical plays, and its impact and influence is seen in their plays. They experimented with the rules of Greek or Roman plays and evolved a kind of romantic drama which was suited and perfected by William Shakespeare. They reformed and refined the language of the drama. They exhibited a Renaissance spirit and wrote plays to insatiate the taste of Elizabethan audience. They made drama a befitting medium of expression, interest and attention, etc. They divided plays into acts and scenes. They improved art of plot construction and also the art of characterization. Marlowe added passion, vehemence, and verve to drama and perfected blank verse. John Lilly used enchanting prose and light in romantic comedy. Peele decorated drama with sweetness and richness of verse. Greene gave geniality and frankness, and Thomas Kidd added power and pomposity to plays, etc. First dramatist that I am going to introduce you with is Christopher Marlowe. He was born in 1564, the same year in which William Shakespeare was born, and died in 1593. He lived a very short life of 29 years and died in a brawl at a tavern. Marlowe is called the Columbus of the new literary world. He imparted passion and poetry to drama. A.C. Swinburne calls him the first great poet, the father of English tragedy, and the creator of blank verse. He lifted drama from classical intricate decorum, raised its subject matter to high level by implying heroic themes. With his imaginative skill, he shows Renaissance spirit in his plays more adeptly than any other university wits. He propounded the art of designing tragedies on grand scale. He divided plays into acts and scenes. He produced characters full of life, vigor, and vitality. He imparted individuality and dignity to tragic heroes. He introduced element of struggle and conflict in tragedies. He exploited artistic and psychological use of the feelings of pity and fear. He produced genuine romantic tragedies and gave a platform to William Shakespeare to bloom his genius. William Shakespeare and others owe much to him. Most of his plays are tragedies. Important works are: first is Tamburlaine, published in 1587 to 88, and it is his first play. And in this play, he breaks from the morality tradition. First time Marlowe brought us the idea of tragic hero. The next one is Dr. Faustus. It was published in 1587. It shows development in his concept of dramatic art and style. The idea of nemesis underlies the play. The tragic conflict between good and evil is seen in the play. The play is conspicuous by the beautiful use of blank verse. The next is Edward II, was published in 1593. It is first historical play of English literature, and William Shakespeare's historical plays Richard II and Richard III are modeled after Edward II. The next is Jew of Malta. It was published in 1592. Ben Jonson's Volpone and William Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice are modeled after it. William Shakespeare's character Shylock of Merchant of Venice is taken from this play. Next is the tragedy of Dido, the Queen of Carthage. It was published in 1594 in collaboration with Thomas Nash. And the last is the Massacre of Paris. It was published in 1596. Now I am going to talk you about John Lilly, who was born in 1554 and died in 1606. John Lilly is considered the leader of University Wits. He was a court dramatist and staged plays in private theaters where rich and privileged class used to go. At that time, there were two types of theaters. First were private theaters where only rich people used to go, and there were public theaters where poor and middle class people used to go for entertainment. He added delicacy, grace, charm, and vividness to drama. He gave comedy an intellectual tone. He wrote romantic comedy with adroitness. He rolls realism, classicism, and romanticism into one. He used blank verse deftly. He skillfully used prose to create humor and laughter. His famous works are Safau and Fau, published in 1584, The Man in the Moon, 1588, Midas, 1589, Mother Bombay, 1590, Love's Metamorphosis, 1590, The Woman in the Moon, 1577. Generally, we know John Lilly by his enchanting prose work Euphues, but his contribution to English drama is immense, and his greatest service to drama lies in writing of his plays in prose. He inspired William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream and As You Like It. The next one is George Peele. He was born in 1557 and died in 1596. George Peele is conspicuous by his poetic style and ornamental phrases. He broadened the scope of English drama by penning the romantic tragedies, mystery plays, historical plays, satires, and decorated them with enchanting poetry. He was also a great humorist. His important works are The Arraignment of Paris, 1581, The Battle of Alcazar, 1594, The Chronicle of Edward I, 1595, and The Old Wives' Tales, 1595. Next is Robert Greene. He was born in 1558 and died in 1592. Robert Greene was a great poet, pamphleteer, and playwright. He had mastery over plot construction. He created very powerful settings for romantic plays. He weaves inextricably well the magic, aristocracy, and rural life in his plays. He delineated memorable woman characters like Rosalind and Margaret, etc. And William Shakespeare's Rosalind of As You Like It is modeled after this character. His works are The Comical History of Alphonsus, King of Aragon, 1587, The Honourable History of Friar Bacon and Friar Bungay, 1589, The Scottish History of James I, it was published in 1591, etc. Next is Thomas Lodge. He was born in 1558 and died in 1625. Thomas Lodge is famous for his power and charm that he created in his plays. His famous play is The Wounds of Civil War, that was published in 1594. His prose romance was published in 1590 and its name was Rosalind. And William Shakespeare's As You Like It also modeled after it. The next writer that I am going to talk you with is Thomas Nash. He was born in 1558 and died in 1625. He was a great playwright and physician. He contributed much to English comedy. His comedies satirized the social abuse of the time. His most popular plays are Summer's Last Will and Testament 1600. The Tragedy of Dido, the Queen of Carthage was published in 1594 in collaboration with Christopher Marlowe. Last and not the least, it is Thomas Kidd, who was born in 1558 and died in 1594. Thomas Kidd revived the Senecan taste of horror, violence, insanity, bloodshed, etc. He used the theme of revenge. He gave new concept of tragic hero as Hieronimo, and William Shakespeare's Hamlet is modeled after Hieronimo. The technique play within play in the Hamlet used by William Shakespeare is also taken from this Thomas Kidd's famous play Spanish Tragedy. It was published in 1585. John Webster's Duchess of Malfi is also modeled after Spanish Tragedy. He is known as English Seneca. Well, thus we see that all these dramatists who are known as university wits contributed much to English literature. They contributed much to all the genres, poetry, prose, and dramas, and we owe much to them. If they were not in our history, we must not have our mirror-minded William Shakespeare. We bow heads in respect to these writers as they gave us William Shakespeare. Hope you will like this video. If you like this video, then share it with your friends. Thank you, and thank you very much.